So, hey there. Today, well, not today. Friday, the ranked best of one Eldraine queues opened up, and I thought, you know what? Great, excellent. I want to show off some more of this. I see your slime. This is excellent, Doc. I'm happy to show off what this format looks like, and what we can do with it. So, but yeah, on Friday, the ranked Throne of Eldraine, which is the single game best of one, 7 wins, 3 losses, basically the best outlet for your gold. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do some of that. Check out that troll and those goats.
Yeah, we are.
Some good
I
goats.
caught you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Let me see if I can do
Oh, are you
the
gonna
screen
try to give me
share
the
too.
wizard eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
I have
Technology.
I have no idea how to do it. I've never tried it, so I'm just told it's possible, and there's not a Nope, there's not a button for it.
Well, I can be a little behind
All
just
right.
watching your stream. That's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to. Should have looked at this beforehand. Apologies. So.
We didn't fully know what we were gonna do.
So. But yeah,
But
hello,
hey,
Chaos.
I mean, yes, I'm here. All stream technology is done on the fly. Everyone does everything live.
All right.
There's no pre-gaming.
So let's see. As a rare, we've got the good old Dance of the Manse that constructed what card you do to return all your eggs to play. More relevantly, I see both the cat and the oven, which is kind of hilarious. Not something
Oh,
we
both
can,
uncommon. Wait. You can't just put those in the same uncommon run.
I guess you
Oh,
can.
that's illegal.
Yeah, we've got. I actually like this owl a lot. Specifically, like 3/3 flyer for 4 that says draw a
Phantom
card.
monster that draws a card.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it has extra vulnerabilities for being an artifact, but also extra synergies.
Yeah. But yeah, the Witch's Oven, one of the very few sources of like repeated food. What else is relevant here?
Witch's Oven can also serve the function that it does in Constructed, where if you fizzle their removal spell, that's an adventure, then they don't get the creature half.
Yeah, so like
It's really savage.
in here, Searing Barrage is a good example of that. If this is adamant, it's 5 damage to a creature and 3 to its controller, but if the creature goes away, the second half has no target.
Right, because it only targets once, and all targets are gone. So
Yep. So like,
good.
or your 2 Unveiled Tree Folk, if they counter your Oaken Boon by killing the creature you're targeting, you can't play the adventure.
Yeah.
All right,
Now, the only way that Dance of the Manse can work in Constructed is because there are a whole lot of eggs, like artifacts that just sort of like enter the battlefield, cycle, and they can trash them, and then, just sort of do that in a normal way, and then later on, just abracadabra, you lose, and you also and there's Kaya's Oath, or Oath of Kaya backing it up. I'm saying I don't think we can pick the rare.
So I will relay a experience I had. I played a draft at F&M on release day, and I opened up a foil Dance of the Manse, and I thought to myself, like, well, it's a foil. That's a constructed deck I might want to build. Let me pick up this card.
Yeah, I mean, if there's ever a time to try it, like release day in a draft, and you get a foil of it, sure.
Yeah, and so I ended up in a mono blue deck, like quite literally mono blue, splashing 1 plains and a couple artifact sources for Dance of the Manse. And every game I got Dance, it was like, if I could get to 8 mana specifically, that was the only point that mattered. This card was unbeatable because it generated 20 power out of nowhere, because I would just trade with there's a lot of these common artifact creatures, none in this pack, but that have adamant, if you spent 3 of the same color on them, do a thing.
Right. There's the one that becomes a 3/3. There's the one that draws you a card.
Right, and
There's the one that is a Scarecrow Knight. I guess.
Right,
With,
and
the
like I was
training
already
dummy.
I was already a mono blue deck, so it's like, okay, these are cards I'm fine playing. And then it's like, okay, well, what if I return Gingerbrute? You know, what if I return there's a gargoyle that has pay 4, give it +2/+0 flying. So I I don't know if that was a fluke. And the bigger thing is drafting in person is much, much different than drafting in arena.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
that all said,
Well, I mean, if you want to do that as the plan, then I'm all about
yeah.
it. I do love stupid plans.
Yeah, that all said, I actually like
Okay, let's pick the
the owl. The owl opens up a lot of directions for us. We can be
artifacts for enchantments.
Yeah, so it is a hybrid card. We can play it in white or blue.
So we kind of want our removal to be artifacts and enchantments, right? So there's the
Yes.
glass case and the trapped in the tower.
There's the sleep, the blue one, like tap a creature, doesn't untap.
Right.
All right, Shepherd of the Flock, the adventure that picks things up. Tome Raider. Yeah, here's the Henge Walker. Scorching Dragonfire, and yeah.
So in the abstract, the removal spell is probably the most powerful card in the pack. Because we're looking for artifact synergies, we have maybe a reason to rate artifacts more highly. Literally every adventure creature is good. I'm willing to say that. Like
Yeah. There's only one that I don't value as highly, and it's the green one that's like,
oh, the children?
no. The children have like
oh.
the children suck unless they're in the right deck, in which case they rule. There's like a green one that's like +2/+2 for green 1, which is a fine trick. But then the body is like the worst body I've ever seen. It's like 4 mana for a 3/2, which is just
the shield guy.
And it's just
right?
like it's just unacceptably poor for a limited body. Like it just doesn't, like we've reached a time, and we reached this time I think 4 years ago, where Hill Giant with no text is not good enough in limited. This is, Hill Giant with -1. Obviously, it has a trick attached to it, which makes it a lot more usable, and it is playable. I hate that body so much. It's like, trades with your
kind
two drop.
Kind of whiffs on the whole philosophy where they wanted the players to have to choose between like getting the value and getting the stats of the creature right away. But
we can pick up more flyers and just keep that part of the theme going. We could pick up I guess Drawbridge, or even, and then the Scorching Dragonfire is as you mentioned, removal spells are the.
Yeah. And there is, I mean, okay, so technically the blue-red deck is draw 2 cards a turn
and that
as a theme. Which we would probably more want the Tome Raider if we were going for theme.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know what's right.
The other card in here I like, I've had good times with the Crashing Drawbridge. I don't think that this early is where I want to pick it up. This is a card that like blocks well and secretly pumps damage out of nowhere.
Crashing Drawbridge is the biggest color bleed that I have seen out of Magic.
Haste and colorless.
This card is annoying.
Like, we had the haste and colorless, sources for a while. They were called like lightning greaves or any
right. It was always equipment.
Yeah, or like
the
Chroma's Memorial. I might go with the Tome Raider.
Let's go with Tome Raider. Flying is never bad, really.
Okay.
I mean, there's even like removal that just misses them. Trapped in the tower.
And Trapped in the speaking of
yeah,
and Trapped in the Tower again gains power with the Arcanist Owl.
Ooh, however, look at this improbable alliance.
Which also gains power with the
owl can fetch this.
Yeah, then the Tome Raider works with it. Okay.
I think this is the decision point, right? Because I feel like Trapped in the Tower would be a safer pick, right? Because in the abstract, it's just like this is a 2 mana removal spell. It removes almost anything.
Yeah.
Asterisk. And we can fetch it with the owl, so it already has a little bit of synergy, and it's the kind of thing that I said earlier we wanted to be on the lookout for. But
Yep.
Improbable Alliance represents this kind of plan in itself that we already have a little bit of game for in the Tome Raider, and there's lots and lots of things that enable it, like Merchant of the Veil right below it, for instance.
Yes, the Merchant would be a really, really key card we would want. There's also like the Thrill of Possibility, the draw to the like instant speed
Right.
turning
That's how you get it
horse.
on on an opponent's turn. You just like, okay,
Yeah.
double it up my turn,
So-
your turn, draw 2 on one card.
So what this tells me is that I actually want to value some sort of like mana, like rocks as well, because one of the things about Trapped in the Tower would be this would be on blue-white, easier to cast, whereas on Improbable Alliance, this is effectively quad blue, which isn't
Yeah.
unplayable, like, it's just harsh. I still think that's actually, this is a good, like, card to pick up early and try to build around. You know? Like,
Yeah.
other cards of note in here, Mysterious Pathlighter is very, very strong for a Wind Drake.
Yeah, it starts off as a 2/2 flying for 3, which is acceptable in limited, and then because so many adventure creatures are good,
Yeah,
this makes them better. So hey,
it fixes my problem with Carver. But
suddenly he's bigger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Ice Queen, becomes a 3/4 with this text. Same with Merchant. Hey, let's try it out. Let's try out the Improbable Alliance. See what we can find to make that function.
See if we can put.
The Steel Claw. This card is dangerous. I've played against this a number of times, and it always scares the hell out of me. Like Volshock Morningstar with Equip for 1. That's.
I can't tell if the guy in the art
He's being
is holding the
stabbed.
lance or if someone off camera is like pointing it at him and has already owned him. It's kind of.
But like,
but maybe the like flanges coming out of it are the claws.
what's the card I'm thinking of? This is not Trusty Machete, but it's close, and in some instances
God.
it's better.
Yeah.
Because like obviously it's Night Tribal, so like, that's scary. It's like, oh, you need knights for it, but like, sweet, okay, found things like this, things like
obviously
Paladin.
we can't pick it.
What we want here is probably another flyer. Something either like the Vantress Paladin comes to mind. Mantle of Tides isn't bad either, but we can probably pick this up later.
Passable Holy Strength. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, of course, I want the blue card because I don't want to admit that we might have made a mistake picking the Improbable Alliance, and I want to be hard into that.
Yeah, I think if we had picked up the removal spell, I would be looking at Ardenvale Tactician a little more.
Yeah.
But the idea with Improbable Alliance, in my mind, is that we're like heavy blue, light red, and Vantress is a card that wants us to be heavy blue. It's another 3/3 flyer, gives us something to do. Like Lance was.
Yeah, it'll be sweet. Now we have to watch out for all those reach creatures that are walking around this format.
Okay, now blue's gone from the pack. Interesting.
Okay, 7 dwarves is somewhat incompatible with this plan that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
I guess Witch's Oven is an artifact.
Yeah, and we can sack tokens to make.
It technically makes more artifacts.
So
right?
it's funny. We've seen our first pack did have the cat and the oven, and then there was another cat and another oven for somebody to pick that stuff. White card in case we abandon, like.
Yeah, but these white cards are not like amazing, right?
Yeah, the only one I'm okay on, like I see people playing this card and I think the card's just awful. I don't understand it. Like,
what, Lonesome Unicorn?
yeah, I think this card is the one. Okay, Garen Brigg, I have problems with the body, but the trick is actually fine enough to make it worthwhile. This sucks on both sides.
But it is 2 creatures on 1 card.
For 8 mana.
It's It was like the most functional card in my deck when I had it. I'm like, okay, I just need a body. Like all this other stuff, I'm like holding up the adventure half because it's like, oh, I need to hold up this trick. That one you just play. You just play it.
Ooh,
And that makes it okay. It's like by no means is it this amazing thing. I'm not gonna like
yeah.
go on and on about the virtues of a dang unicorn, but
Well, we can pick up 7 dwarves, we can pick up Witch's Oven, we can pick up like Youthful Knight. I think those are the 3 directions we have here.
I want the oven. For one, it's uncommon. For another, I play a constructed deck that has 4 of it. I feel no shame in playing the oven. There's there's another card that we can get with this, even in red. The firstborn.
Threaten, yeah.
Yeah, nab the firstborn. You just like threaten their baby, and then you throw their baby in the oven, and you get a pie. It's great.
We got Lucky Clover. We got Opt.
See, we're on the right colors. Opt is a good enabler for the plan. The So Tiny is sort of a removal spell.
Yeah. This is not a deck that would want the Clover. There is a deck that somebody would have wanted the Clover in. We don't have any adventures. I'm not going to pick up the Clover. Like,
yeah, we just passed a pack that had like 3 adventures in it.
I think I'm gonna go with the Opt. Try to keep this like plan running and smooth.
Yes. No. We're all about the plan, and we're enthusiastic about the plan, so that we don't have to feel bad.
Jousting Dummy, Scalding Cauldron, removal. I'm actually not. Like, I was looking at Opt here and thinking like, okay, that's fine, but like, this is decent enough for removal.
Scald Call.
It's generally like this is a piece of removal that exists in like a different world. Like every single like every set has this card. Like
they keep trying to remake it, just like they keep trying to remake Claustrophobia. They just can't decide on what the appropriate cost for this.
Here's the problem. It's a weird problem. I think the perfect cost for this exists. It's a card called Aliapile, which is on the reserved list.
Yes.
So they can't print the version they would want ever.
It's the old lightning spirit problem.
Yeah, you can't have a 2/2 first striker flyer for white 1. It's illegal.
It is illegal for lightning spirit to strike.
So I think after this, Elite Headhunter, like, okay, I think I like the art more than I like the card on this. Because I feel like
the illustration is just lifted from Dark Souls, right?
Right. This is just somebody I'm fighting and about to like. I'm going to pull out my shield, do a giant parry, and like. So, yeah, and Ferocity. So Ferocity is a card we can find late. This card is not valued terribly highly. Could work with Improbable Alliance. Don't know if it's something I want immediately, but removal speaks more to me. And yeah, we're completely out.
We can have that and have the like creatureless deck, right? Just get all our creatures from token generation.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
This is kind of empty. In any given black deck, I probably want to have Forever Young.
Yeah. It says draw a card on it. Right there. I think
Forever Young says draw a card. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. What kind of fixing exists?
Great. Well, we can pick up another oven and a lot of green.
Yeah. Now I'm just confused. I didn't expect to get to the end of things quite this fast, but oh wow, that's not bad.
Okay, we got the mantle. Okay, so let me go ahead and kind of clear out some of the stuff I don't care about. Over young wolves, the ghost wolves, or the ghost. We don't care about ghost pigs. Okay, with crashing drawbridge, I actually think that's a playable. Oh. Huh. So.
A dragon. Ooh, we can put it in the oven.
That's a 4/3 flyer for 4.
Target human or artifact?
Human or so the idea is that it either steals a gold, like put it in its trove, or it steals a person, the princess and the stolen by the dragon or whatever.
Yes. Okay. I guess there's a lot of humans running around.
Then, like, worst case, I steal a food, and also I get a 4-power flyer. Yeah, and I can just throw the stolen creature in the oven if I want to. So this is just an obvious pick.
It's weird that the thing loses all abilities.
Yeah,
like stealing the food doesn't even do anything.
No.
Wait, no. You could sacrifice it to like things. Okay.
Yes.
You just can't eat it.
Right.
You have to promise not to eat it.
The flavor of it is that the dragon likes it so much it won't let you use it. No, this is my food. You can't have it, wizard. Oh, Tsubasa, thank you for the sub. And I saw one earlier. Your Crazy Paw, thank you for the sub as well. Right, let's pick the dragon. This isn't fairy.
Yeah,
Vandal?
it's pretty clearly just good on its own, and we're already basically in red. Claim the Firstborn. That's the name of it.
That's the. So I'm seeing Charm Sleep. I'm seeing Fairy Vandal.
Fairy Vandal is another payoff for drawing your second card a turn. He gets pretty big.
Yep.
Honestly, after the first time you activate him, he's kind of big.
Right, 2/3 flyer. Scavengers could be fine for us because we're likely to control a thing to make this bounce, and then it's just a big body. Charmed Sleep is also really cool.
Yeah, that's like I was saying. They keep trying to make claustrophobia again and again.
Yeah, it's just claustrophobia. Fairy Vandal, literally one activation gets that out of control. If we can get, that's another payoff line, and if we can get, just a couple more Tome Raider opt, things like that to get that off, that is just a lot, victory condition in of itself.
Right. We can have that as the deck.
I feel like it's close. I feel like Charm
Sleep. Do we like that more than just a flat, very good removal spell answer and things? How much interaction do we even have now?
Dragon, Scalding Cauldron, End of Line.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we're getting our hands dirty in combat then.
Shieldbreaker, didn't say please. Searing Barrage. Clockwork Servant. If we're closer to mono blue, that card's actually, strong.
True. There's the golden egg to
draw more.
Color fix for us?
Yeah, so egg draws a card, servant draws a card. That's why I was looking at this too, is that, that's an alliance trigger if we have triple blue, and the idea seems to be but the egg also fixes for us too. And the egg always draws a card, whereas servant might not always draw the card.
Well, I mean, if servant doesn't draw the card, then we probably try to play something else, right?
Right.
So that's
not
that big a deal. Should be easy enough to keep Clockwork Servant on.
Yeah. I feel like we want to be more blue than red, so let's try this out.
Yeah.
I made a noise. Yes. All right. Second Improbable Alliance.
Now that has me a lot happier about our plan.
Yeah. That starts getting very, very powerful very quick and makes us want to... So we really want draw effects at this point. Those are our number one... I feel like draw effects are our number one, a little bit more fixing is our number two, and from here, that's the deck. So...
Hell yes.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Witching Well is now number one in the big order. In color, we've got So Tiny, Red Cap, Mystic Sanctuary, and Drawbridge. Mystic Sanctuary only has Opt to put on top of our library.
Presumably, we're going to get other opts. We might end up with a didn't say please or two.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
So Tiny gives us a little bit more of the like interaction that we were asking about before.
Right. And it's another removal spell that we can draw with the Arcanist's Owl.
I like making the owl a little stronger, like, because now we've got like 5 or 6 cards for us to work with there. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
In this pack, we've got Lucky Clover the next, Wishful Merfolk, and Brimstone Trebuchet. Everything else is off
We have
color.
nothing in this pack.
Yeah. We do have one knight, because Vantress Paladin is actually a knight. Wishful Merfolk... What? Wishful Merfolk wishes it was returned Phalanx.
Seriously. Honestly, I think we should pick Lucky Clover in case like the next pack is all blue and red adventures and we look like geniuses because none of these other cards have possible upsides.
Yeah, I don't care about the rest of these. Trebuchet maybe, but alright. Alright, oh, wow, what the hell? Okay. We've been sitting here like, oh god, look at this empty pack, this is where it all went. Wishing Well, Charm Sleep, Turn into a Pumpkin, Mantle of Tide, So Tiny. Like, and like, even the red in here, Barge In, is really, really good trick. So, everything we want, forever. Yeah, 4 of Blue's best cards, like, Wishing Well, Charm Sleep, and Turn into a Pumpkin are, like... God, what the hell do we pick here? Can we take the pack? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, so Turn into a Pumpkin and Witching Well are triggers. They'll both trigger a probable alliance, though Witching Well can do it on the opponent's turn. Turn into the Pumpkin does it on your own, but is disruption, and then Charm Sleep is full on disruption. Like, so like, I guess we have we have like we have a scale of like disruptive versus card draw. Charm Sleep is the removal, Turn into the Pumpkin's in the middle, and Wishing Well is on the far end of that. And like, So Tiny and Mantle of Tides are both strong cards that I'd want to include, but I wouldn't pick them over the other 3. So, all that said, what the hell do we pick here?
Yeah, that's tough.
Because Charm Sleep is like for certain removal, and we don't have any just honest to God answer any threat, right?
Yeah, we should probably be responsible and take that. I'd love to have Turn into a Pumpkin. I'd love to have Witching Well.
Witching Well.
But
this is
there's some threats that you just can't chump block. you know. So even in the world where we do get a bunch of fairy tokens or whatever, we might still need to just shut something off for a while we get our little engine going.
All right. Here we have a almost blank pack. Luckily.
Well, Egg. And Hengewalker, frankly, but
yeah. But Egg says draw a card, and that's one of the lines of text we absolutely positively want. And also, I like the Egg for fixing, because like we have some triple blue things, or like Opportunistic Dragon actually might be hard to cast.
Who knows? We might have to eat it.
Yeah, eat the egg. Just eat the egg. Opt again.
Easy opts. Like this has become the plan.
Taking more opts. Okay, now we have a choice. We're back on a couple decent cards here. We have Moonlit Scavengers, which is, I'm gonna say trivial for our deck. Like, controlling an artifact or enchantment on turn 6.
That should be pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah, and Vantress Paladin, which is another 3/3 flyer, is the idea. Yeah.
Wow, that looks kind of bad next to Arcanist's Owl, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Whoops.
I think Vantress's Paladin, one of the things I found about Vantress Paladin is that it's a knight, and it's like one of 2 knights in blue, which gives it some weird interactions in decks you wouldn't expect it to. It can joust well. I'm thinking the Moonlit Scavengers, just because like we have nothing that big.
We might not end up needing anything that big, but
True.
it's nice to have the opportunity. We already have a Vantress Paladin, so let's.
Yeah,
let's
we have a Paladin
also,
and an Owl.
It's also interaction of any sort, which we're kind of light on.
Okay, Mist River. Okay, I'm actually fine with all the cards in this pack as far as like late cards. Didn't say.
I don't think we're a Rimrock Knight deck. I know that we just picked the Lucky Clover, and I don't think we're actually using that. And Rimrock Knight is actually good enough for constructed. Like, there's a black-red Knight deck that has a bunch of adventures, and
you don't care about the fact that this can't block because.
Oh yeah, you're not. You don't block with any of your creatures.
Yeah. Mystic Sanctuary is still just opt. We still haven't.
Yeah, I mean, we've been happy to pick these removal spells that are artifacts and enchantments, right? Because we can get them with our Arcanist Sal. And one of the consequences of that is we're not going to have the other things. Now, what we might end up getting is the red card that, like, discard one, the tormenting voice that ain't tormenting voice, and that would be another thing that we can pick up. Also, if we end up picking Didn't Say Please from this, then that would make it heartbreaking that we couldn't have the Mystic Sanctuary, but whatever.
Right.
I guess counter spells get worse when they know that you have a counter spell, but
it's fair.
What are they really gonna do?
Let's grab one Didn't Say Please. Oh, next pack, Didn't Say Please versus Mystic Sanctuary. Okay.
Same choice again.
I'm gonna pick the opposite one?
Okay, sure.
Sure. And then I get Mystic Sanctuary number 2. Okay.
Oh, we're wrong, I guess.
What the hell?
Weird. Right. So now, to be honest, you should not be getting relevant cards at pick 13, Like,
that means things are going decently for us, right? Like, that's... Alright, so I'm cleaning out... I'm just cleaning out what I have. I'm gonna put the Lucky Clover on the board. I'm gonna put Witch's Oven number 1 on the board. And then back to the Fabled Passage, fixing. This enchantment ain't legendary or anything.
Nope, you can just have 3 of those. And they get better in multiples, basically.
Yeah, okay, so we have... I think there's 3 cards in here. There's Improbable Alliance, there's Fabled Passage, there's Charm Sleep.
I mean, from my perspective, this is an easy alliance.
Just get more of those.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes our deck so much more consistent.
Right. We have all this stuff that's like essentially built around Improbable Alliance, and then if you somehow don't get one, you're like, oh man. And it's not bad if you draw 2.
All right, there's a card I would rare draft if I were playing in life.
Yeah, no kidding. Mystical Dispute is not nothing.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty reasonable counter. Corridor Monitor. You're just a big blocker. Basically it.
Untap target artifact or creature. What could we possibly do with that?
Honestly, the main thing for this card is that it's a 1/4 for 2. Like, it plays a very good defensive role. When I was playing, again, in the Mance deck, Corridor Monitor was a pretty key card for it, because it was just like some garbage that would die and come back as a 4/4 later.
Yeah.
This ain't that deck. And we have Barrage, but it's gonna be hard for us to get the triple.
Well, I mean, it just kills a thing, right?
5 in, 5 out.
Like, that's all you really care about.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of things that have Adamant kind of live or die by whether you get it, but that one does its job on the front end no matter what.
Yeah. So that might be fine. We already have Didn't Say Please, so I think I'm fine not picking Mystical Dispute here.
That's fair.
So let's go ahead and grab expensive kill. All right, we got and then the Steadfast Queen. I see Opt. Opt is the grease that makes this deck.
The best part about Opt is that in most decks where you would want that kind of thing to kind of like smooth things over, make it, draw into your thing, this one still works after you have the thing that you're drawing into with it, So
Yeah. Rimrock I don't think is us. Like, I know most time we've seen Rimrock, people have been trying to push us towards that. That does not seem like our deck in the slightest.
I don't know that they were trying to push us toward it, more praising the coolness of the guy, which he is pretty cool.
Fair. I mean, I agree. There's just some rocks falling behind our buddy there. And... so this pack has 6 green cards in it. 3 of which are, like, super high green picks.
That's kind of gross.
Ocame Adversary, Outmuscle, Counters Transformation, Rolling Sword, Halberd. What a weird pack.
Yeah, honestly. I don't think we're getting anything from this pack.
No, we already have 1 Crashing Drawbridge, which was the amount I wanted. There's a Ginger Brute, which isn't really...
Man, Ginger Brute is not a thing, I'm willing to say.
It's a thing constructed where it's in the dumb...
Sort of is, but...
Yeah.
When I went up against this guy in Limited, my opponent was like, okay, turn 1 Ginger Brute, could race you down. And I'm like, okay, what you backing that up with? Because it ain't Cavalcade.
Right. So, the thing I love about Ginger Brute in Limited, Ginger Brute has, 1, can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. Anytime I get to just snipe a Ginger Brute with this card, I feel like a champion. I've done it.
Pull the drawbridge on him. Smash him with the drawbridge.
Alright, I'm gonna grab drawbridge too. Who knows? Oh. Alright, here's the again.
Ooh, nice.
Super easiest pick. If this wasn't here, I'd be fine picking Bloodhaze Wolverine. Like, it's another payoff aggressive card. But, like, we want more card draw. We want more...
I don't want to be an aggressive deck, man.
I'm saying if Tome Raider weren't there, I would just pick the Bloodhaze Wolverine.
I got you.
It's fine.
I think I would also pick it. I just wouldn't be very happy about that. I would be neutrally happy.
All right. We got the Overwhelmed Apprentice, who... I'm sad because this card doesn't work as well in digital.
No.
So in the actual printing of the card, the fact that Scry has reminder text, I feel like is an important aspect of the card because it helps keep this feeling overwhelmed. Like, like the card is just your opponent mills 2, you scry 2, but it has 8 lines of text. Like, literally, 8 goddamn lines of text, and you're like, oh my god, you try reading it and you can't. You try reading it and you can't. You try reading it and you're like, oh my god, am I the Overwhelmed Apprentice? Like...
and you are. You're the human wizard. Oh no, the books! What are the books doing?
So like, I feel like the fact that Scry is off to the top right there is just a little sadder because it doesn't, I don't even know if that joke was intentional, but I don't, it's intentional to me. Why else would it not have the Scry? Also, there's
if only they could have had, like, even more text on there and said, like, then you scry 1, then surveil 1.
Yeah. Scry 1, then reminder text. Then scry 1, then reminder text. Like...
Oh man,
I'm probably just gonna pick up Barge in.
I hope we don't have to play it, but sure.
Sure. I don't care about the Apprentice because I don't care about the mill. The Scry's okay.
Yeah, give all of our 1/1 flying fairy tokens trample until end of turn. It'll be fine.
Okay. You know how last pack we had that pack where we got like every card we want in one? This isn't quite that.
What is happening?
But like, we have Tome Raider here. We also have access to Unexplained Vision. We also have access to a couple other cards I'd be fine including. Like, I wouldn't be, like, the worst at including a... The thing is, Unexplained Vision actually might be better with the Mystic Sanctuary. Right? Like, now we can put...
Oh, we can put a big thing
now we
on
can put
top, yeah.
Unexplained Vision on top. And
We already have, what, 2 Tome Raiders?
Yeah, 2 Tome Raiders, 3 Ops.
Yeah, let's pick a big thing.
Yeah. And then here we get Trebuchet, Mantle of Tides, Shield Breaker. That's about it. Mantle of Tides 2?
I don't even really want to play the first one, considering what our deck has become.
Yeah. I'd feel okay with it, because, like, you know, you put it on a flyer for free, and it just makes it a 2/3 token, and you can move it around at instant speed, you know, by drawing cards.
Okay, you've sold me on it. It's definitely the top of the heap here.
The problem is we already have one, you know? And it's like doing 1, 2... So the problem with Shield Breaker is that we are in best of 1. And this is a card that, like, would be really good if I could sideboard it more. Because I don't know if... I don't really care about the human Knight type line. And, like, the body isn't impressing me. You know, we're not an aggressive deck.
Right. And as far as Opt being a trick with the Mantle of Tides, we would need 2 of them on the opponent's turn in order to do that.
Yeah.
Generally, you don't draw on your opponent's turn.
Right. So it's only really a trick if you're in, like, if you're pushing forward, and then all of a sudden blocks happen. And
Witching Well, on the other hand, that's the onboard trick. And then, once your opponent falls for it, they will concede on the spot out of shame.
All right, I'm going to grab that Wolverine that came back around. We don't know if we'll make it, but it's really the only card in here. I mean, Henge Walker's here.
I've liked Lochthwain Gargoyle. It just sort of, like, slows things down, and then you can fly over.
Jumps over.
You can even double pump it in, like, super circumstances.
I've done that.
For 4 in the air.
So this was the card that made my Mance deck killer.
I'll bet.
Because you'd bring it back as a
4/4 that then pumps and flies.
And then it flies, and you'd be like, I'll attack you for 12 flying. They're like, hold on, what? And you've got how many 4/4s blocking? Yeah. I don't... The problem with Blaze Wolverine is I actually only want to include 2 red cards in this entire deck.
Right?
I want to include Improbable Alliance, and I want to include Opportunistic Dragon.
Yeah.
I don't want to include a 2-drop.
Well, I mean, to be real, whatever we're picking here, we're probably cutting anyway, because we have a pretty good deck.
Sure. Mystical Dispute, that's pickable.
I was pushing for that much earlier than this. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing really here. Scarecrow.
Okay. Cards that don't matter, that's fine.
I'm just running through them because we're on final picks here. All right. So,
we got a Gargoyle anyway.
Yeah. So I feel like we're only including 2 cards that have red mana. Improbable Alliance, and I still think the Dragon's worth it, because it's a 4-power flyer.
Shame that we had to pass up the Merchant of the Veil over Improbable Alliance itself.
Yeah, because that would be really...
How could we have picked the other way, right? There's no way.
Pick the payoffs before you pick the draw effects before the payoffs? Like, sure. All right,
then we'll just draw every card in our deck and not have any payoff for that. It's great.
Draw a card. Op draws a card.
Yes, Improbable Alliance is an uncommon.
Yes. So, all right, so I filled this out with the cards that are, like, our plan. So Improbable Alliance, Fairy Vandal. And then the cards that work with the plan, Golden Egg, Opt, Tome, Raider, Clockwork Servant, Unexplained Vision, and then a couple of the powerful cards, Opportunistic Dragon, Arcanist Owl. Owl seems like it's going to be fine because we're going to be pretty dang blue. And now we've still got room for another 8 cards.
Well, that's cool. I think while we include these cards, we want to look at our curve while we're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's really how we can refine this thing.
Okay. So, this is what we've got so far on the curve. If we're looking at includes, we've still got things like Crashing Drawbridge, Scalding Cauldron, Witch's Oven, even. Which one of could be fine if we have like a token generator as a way to, like, we chump block with a fairy token. We
Right. Like suppose we're in the circumstance where we're just barely holding our opponent off, and then we finally get Improbable Alliance going, and like the best thing that we can do with our mana is like just activate Improbable Alliance and like get 2 fairies and still hold them off, but we're at low life. Witch's Oven is a way to turn that into like positive life.
Right,
and even
slowly
like pull out of it that way.
It gives our deck
squeeze off the last possible vector of our opponent, actually overwhelming us.
Yeah, it gives our deck like a something that blue-red obviously usually doesn't have, life gain. I'm gonna put in Scalding Cauldron as removal, as well as something that can be picked up by the owl.
It's good. So now we get to think about things like So Tiny, which is also removal. Yeah. I guess the Mystic Sanctuaries can just replace 2 islands. I think that's pretty certain, right?
Yeah, those are easy enough, because this isn't going to be 10-7. It's going to be like 12-5.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Sorry, Opportunistic Dragon, I guess.
Yeah, Opportunistic Dragon, we need a golden egg to, like, filter into. It's fine. Look how many cards we draw, we'll find the second mountain.
Yeah.
Vantress Paladin and Moonlit Scavengers give us some more bodies to work with. We don't have anything up there. Like...
That's true.
Like those, I'm gonna
put... like, the upside of this strategy of deck is, like, look at all of our creatures. We have, like, Fairy token, Tome Raider, which is, again, a token. I guess Arcanist Owl is a 3/3. We're kind of a creatureless deck. Which makes opponent's removal just bad.
Yeah. And like, well, I like, Arcanist Owl and Tome Raider for being like, okay, your removal, we draw a card off it, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put in the So Tiny. I'm going to put in one of the mantles. And then like 2 slots left, probably a counter spell and like Drawbridge or counter spell and Searing Barrage.
I would prefer Searing Barrage. It is another red card.
That's the reason I've held off on it. This is not mill. Subtle. This is the card that there. I don't think there's a mill card in our entire deck, is there? Yeah, no.
We did not. Yeah, we did not pick the Overwhelmed Apprentice or any of the Merfolk when they passed. Even though we like had a Lucky Clover at that point, it's just so far from what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess our counterspell mills.
That's true.
Sure.
But, like,
that's incidental and not really the main.
Right. That's going to, like, give our opponents a cat, and then we'll be like, damn it.
We can just include both the counterspells.
I think that's fine. There, in case our opponent comes up with the, I don't know, difficult things.
The 5 drops that would have trample,
Or, oh, geez, Sir Conrad or something.
Oh,
it's just
God.
Like, attack on every axis.
Or, Garen Big Paladin. I'm gonna save and exit. I'll be right back on that deck. I needed quick find just the common that we have a lot of problems with. Garen Brig Paladin can't be blocked by creatures with 2 or less power.
Oh, the thing that they've been trying to keyword for like the last years. This keeps happening, right?
It's been consistently like 1 card every set, maybe 2. This set has 2. I think it's Garen Brig Paladin and Questing Beast. All right, I want.
Oh yeah, you have to pick your own, your fanciest island and mountain, right? Which, now I really would like to be able to like drag the specific basic that I want over top of the one that exists and have it just right over, 10 or 11 of them or whatever.
Does that not work?
But I mean, unless it changed very recently, it's just sort of like puts the new
Oh,
one
yeah.
in your deck so that you can have like one of each island or whatever nonsense.
Alright,
And
well, so I might go ahead and put in the cut up clouds one. This is a shards island that I'm a really
you
big
like
fan
the
of.
Esper Island?
Yeah, so this one I like the clouds having this very cut, flat feel, and I like the sky having the grid. Like on that. Those are both parts of that I like a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
You need a mountain. I think this one's a Khan's mountain, I think.
That one mountain looks like Arid Mesa that you were looking at there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made me think of Zendikar.
Go with that one.
This is actually the only important decision we're going to make all tonight.
We have one other decision, which is a question I could throw at you. With how much card draw we have and the way our deck works, can we go to 16 land? I don't think, in my mind, because Improbable Alliance wants us to actually hit 6, I'm not huge on it. But
that'll just sort of happen naturally is the thing. And I am fine going to 16 if we have a good reason to, like, if we have another card to cram in.
My problem is I don't
We're already kind of...
Yeah, my problem is I don't think we do. Searing Barrage and Drawbridge are the two, and...
Yeah, I'm as big a fan as I am of that. In order to, like, we just have to squeeze... If it was like squeezing in another Opt or something, like, yes, absolutely yes, but we're not... We're not doing that.
I can only put creatures on the...
What? It should let you do anything.
No.
What? When did... But why?
So I put the dragon on, and now I can't put anything on?
It's... It is decided. You are only the opportunistic dragon deck. What the hell?
Go back in and... Yeah, I can't change it anymore. Okay. Like, it's not...
Even if you, like...
Oh, you have to drag it to the deck box, not the name? That's a different thing? Oh.
Oh.
Huh, okay,
Oh, weird.
There's no world where I would think that these two items are two different UI bits, because they're nothing... Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
welcome to the world of interfaces, everybody.
I'm putting the egg over that.
Okay.
That's the... Alright, let's go. So yeah, again, 12 blue sources, 5 red sources is the split. 2 Mystic Sanctuaries, which only have a couple, like 2 counterspells, some opts, and a big draw spell to pick up. But like even picking up an opt is probably just worth it.
Like we're kind of imagining that we already have a... Oh, well.
My gut tells me I'm probably playing the Sanctuary tapped in this hand. Alucard 53. Born in the year...
53? I mean, you know, vampires stick around for a while.
And born in the year 53.
We're definitely keeping this. We have, like, mana and our alliance.
So I think
that's hard to interact with.
I think I'm going to lead to the Mystic Sanctuary. This is...
Sure.
We have 2 in the deck. We'll get use of it later. I also want to be able to cast that Charm Sleep on time if something absolutely just dreadful happens.
And it is an island, so
yes,
it like kind of counts for the next one. So now we just want to like draw opt into other things that draw cards.
I'll take dragon here.
Oh, youthful knight. You made the mistake of being a human.
Alright, I'm not gonna spend Charmed Sleep on Youthful Knight.
Indeed.
Hopefully they give us like a slightly better thing to steal here, but Youthful Knight is stealable, so... Raging Redcap, that thing's dangerous. Can just kill the Redcap with Scalding Cauldron. I can just steal the dragon.
I would prefer to play Opportunistic Dragon and steal the Knight, right?
Yeah.
Youthful Knight. I mean, everything is a Knight in this set, so I don't think...
Knight.
You could, you know, they'll
play...
shoot up the Redcap, and then it'll make it awkward for us to, you know...
We'll play Charm Sleep on it, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
The other thing about this is they're probably just going to play the deal 3 damage to a creature and kill the dragon, but... If that doesn't happen...
Hey, but that left Youthful Knight tapped, so they won't be able to attack with it this turn, so it still did that.
Do they have a Joust? Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Now I can't kill it with Scalding Cauldron. I'm putting Charm Sleep on that thing.
Sure.
That specific card scares me just a little too much. Alright.
And then we can attack.
Yep.
We can even just plain activate Improbable Alliance.
Yeah, next turn we get
That's
to
our
activate.
life.
Yeah. We get to do that or play Moonlit Scavengers on their 4-drop. Seems good to me. Like, we actually have forward progress. Like we have a lot of forward momentum on the board here. 4-power creatures, a lot of them.
I'm starting to like the fact that we have our trophy with that guy.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Bartered Cow.
Bartered Cow not active, huh? Sorry, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce it, because...
Sure.
Make them spend their entire turn playing a cow again.
Yeah, we went first, right? May as well make use of it.
Yeah. Like, you know, if they play it next turn, we can, like, kill it and put them to 4, or we can force them to chomp.
It's like almost everything that's going on is a bit of theater compared to our opponent dying in 5 turns to an opportunistic dragon.
Right? And even if that doesn't happen, every hit this does is, like, we're at the point where Improbable Alliance is on. And, like, that is an inevitable win con in and of itself. Hey, Opt, how you doing?
Well, that's obviously a cheaper way to do that than activating Improbable Alliance.
Yeah. I'm just gonna push combat.
They're on in. 4/5 is bigger than 3/3, so sure.
Alright, let's get our Improbable Alliance token and then play out a Paladin, I guess. I don't really want to land right now. We have double red. Pay out of it. Alright, now we just hold that land because, you know, cycling it with Improbable Alliance. We have 8 power in the sky against nothing.
Yeah, it's probably time for Alucard 53 to go to the concession stand.
Yeah. Well timed.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, they heard us. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think we still had game in that without the opportunistic dragon. Like, presumably we would have had something else to do on 4. But yeah, maybe that big powerful monster ruined them a little bit.
Right. We would have played out the. I would have played out the scalding and probably just killed their double striker, because in the Knights deck the double striker scares me a lot. Actually, so the double striker is actually a pretty key factor in a lot of decks.
No kidding.
It is, well, so it is a Knight, So it works well in the red-white and the red-black Knight decks because any pump on it is very dangerous. Things like Joust, things like just any sort of pump you've got available
Knights
to it.
tend to get a little extra, or like cheaper equip costs or whatever.
And then in the non-human deck, which is green-red, there's a lot of these like pump abilities for non-humans as well, and it carries them very dangerously. This is a pretty obvious keep to me. This is a turn 2 Fairy Vandal into a turn 3 Tome Raider attacking for 2.
Yeah. Awkward that we don't have Charmed Sleep, but we're so heavier blue than red that, this is fine.
The Jello Master, thank you for the sub. And we again, Mystic Sanctuary has no real drawback to us when we can just play it on, tapped like this. Ooh! Oh boy. Alright, are you ready?
Oh my god. Oh my god, are we actually going to catch something in combat?
Yeah, we're catching something in combat.
Okay, good. That'll make me feel better about our situation having drawn a third mountain. How do you do that, by the way? I didn't think you would need a combat trick this time, did you?
They've got something.
Are they gonna rescue it? They're thinking about rescuing it.
They've got something here. I think this might be the rescue. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, let's play the Tome Raider. Let's get in.
Wait, they didn't replay it?
No, they must want the jump. Like, they must think the body's useless because we just played Fairy Vandal, right? Like,
I guess that's true, but alright. Like, making use of your mana is also pretty important when you have effective 7 cards in hand, so can't let yourself fall behind.
Oh, wow. I don't think I care about that too.
Yeah. We can just attack. Why not?
Next turn, I get to Unexplained Vision with Adamant, and that'll, trigger the Fairy Vandal.
Right. The Godmother is a sorcery.
Yes, that is a pretty important part of that.
Yeah, they're not gonna. It's not jump in that sense.
Jump.
They're not gonna suddenly block us.
If that Shepherd of the Flock comes down, I will just hold back Tome Raider to block, because I think that's just a fine trade to offer.
Tome Raider has already done its job, basically.
I also like Moonlit Scavengers bouncing the token. Oh boy. Oh, what is this?
Flutterfoxing, huh?
Makes me wonder if I want to... Okay, they've got... Like, do I need to play defense for a little bit, or are we fine the way it is? Or do I even want to just, put a Flutterfox to sleep?
Well, we probably want to opt on our turn, right?
Yeah, well, it's opt or Unexplained Vision. That's our option here. We can...
Oh, true.
We can just tap out for the big draw.
Let's do that, yeah. That sounds good.
So there's
They're not going to suddenly,
I'll keep one of those lands.
Oh my god. Oh, this is excellent.
Alright. I'm also gonna hold back the Fairy Vandal here. I wanna, we're about a turn from being fully stabilized, and I don't want, our opponent to just be able to run us over with something unexpected.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are team pump things in the set.
Yeah, I just want to be a little... Okay, so they're gonna Fairy Godmother. We're gonna block a Flutterfox, see what they've got there. I think that's gonna be a 2-for-1 with the, outmaneuver. Because they can deal 3 damage to a creature with that. It's damage equal to outflank, sorry, not out.
Yeah, damage to attacker or blocker equal to number of creatures. Very nice.
Yep. And then here I can just go ahead and play Improbable Alliance, opt and leave up Mystical Dispute.
Is that better than Alliance Raider and we get more bodies? Maybe it is better than that. Come to think.
Yeah, because I like leaving up the counter just for...
Yeah, leaving up the counter is nice. And, they're gonna play a planes and play their stupid unicorn. That's what we're gonna counter, you know? I know it doesn't sound glorious, but...
Alright. We also need an enchantment in play before... Oh, we drew another counter. We also need an enchantment in play before Moonlit Scavengers can turn on. That's kind of a part of the move
Yeah.
here.
That's nice.
So.
I like how Mystical Dispute briefly became mana because there was a blue spell on the stack. It's just it was ours.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take my trade on Fairy Godmother. Yeah.
May as well chump. Like, we're gonna have plenty of creatures.
Well, I want to, like, hold back the other Tome Raider because then we can double chump the Flutterfox and just kill it, right?
I guess, but, like, pretty soon we're going to have so many creatures it won't matter, but we might be out of life. That's the only concern I have. This block is also still fine.
Yeah. At 12, I think I'm okay with that. Because they're not going to resolve anything in here. This is...
That's true. That's true.
God, do I even care about Shepherd of the Flock?
A 3-1?
Yeah, it has
Not
one
really.
toughness? No.
Nah.
Charming Prince, however.
Oh, he's endless mischief.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. They finally put me on a card. I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Zorch.
Ah!
Okay, Opt is a really good draw here. I think this is just like Tome Raider leave up counter. Like in my mind.
Scavengers bounce a token?
We could do an Opt with that too.
Yeah.
Okay, because we can get the Opt actually makes that a lot better now. Okay, bottom that. Ah, I actually like drawing the mantle there.
Sweet.
Okay, no attacks for the moment. Because, like, the mantle is going to be really easy to, like, move around. Sweet, more one toughness creatures, A+.
Yeah, like, deck mono 1 toughness creatures is looking pretty poor against the Alliance. We even get to equip Mantle of Tides for free after we play our Tome Raider.
Yep. Sweet.
And still have a counter up. That's kind of sick. This Charmed Sleep has also been just sort of in our hand forever.
So let's hold up the counter.
Yeah, holding up the counter is better than playing Witch's Oven. We will find opportunity to squeeze in 1 mana, I'm sure.
Again, I don't think I care. What's a pile of 1/1s do when I have a counterspell up?
Yeah, it's still not scary.
Like, sure, I have to spend some of them to trade off, but again, like, the fact that I have a counterspell for any overrun effect here makes me feel safe. You know, that's what would scare me, right? Like, is an overrun effect. Yo, sweet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we got the
We
oven,
can turn our
too.
guy in the oven right now.
Well, I think I'm gonna leave up the counter with it, but we still get to, like, steal their Shepherd, or steal their Venerable Knight.
Wait. Yeah.
Wait. If I steal the Venerable Knight, blanks its text, right? Loses all abilities.
It loses all abilities. Loses all
Damn.
abilities. We can't, like, can't get, like, a +1 counter on our knight.
Fine. Alright, I'm just gonna steal the biggest one, then. Hi.
Again, probably could have won this one without the dragon, but this makes it kind of sweet.
End of turn, more 1/1s. End of turn, Giant Killer. Nah.
Ah, this is sweet.
Because that counters the adventure side, too. Like,
Yeah.
so
We counter the man.
Giant Killer's really strong. Kill spell at instant speed and it's a tapper. All right.
Another Flutterfox comes down.
Yep.
Another opt for us. I love it.
I keep the land. Okay.
They didn't want to see any more.
No, they were done with this one. Boy, when this deck, oh my goodness, this deck feels invincible once you're rolling.
No kidding. Alright, I'm gonna duck away for a sec.
Alright. I'll keep Ron rolling here. Opt, destroy target player, indeed. This one has like disrupt, like ways to stay alive. I think I'm okay with this. We have a couple of removal options. Like, hopefully we just find one of our pieces that keeps things rolling. 5 mountains, 12 blue sword, 12 islands, indeed. I'm gonna lie to our opponent, by the way. We're gonna lead with mountain. Okay, they mulled to 6. Okay, Tomb Raider, that's fine. I like drawing cards, I like getting us more. They play Sir Garen of Garen Brigg or whatever. I don't care about the Squire that much. Squire sucks. Cool. Let's get that alliance going. Ah, they float to the top. I see. That makes sense. Okay, and now we are cursed with, like, forever having an activation. Oh my god. Like... by the way, we need to kill this card now. If I can just kill it with the Scalding Cauldron, I'll feel good. If they have a 1 or 2 drop to play with it, it's gonna feel really bad. Wildhorn Preserver is extremely dangerous. Also has reach. Shit! A 1 drop, huh? Okay. So you're gonna get us with the most powerful possible thing you could put in front of it. God. Okay. Opt. Give me chump blockers. That's going bottom, we need land. Okay. So this is the scenario we talked about where, like, Witch's Oven can try to keep us in the game for a while. Oh, we're not dead yet because we can bounce the Wildborn Preserver. We can bounce it with Scavengers, and maybe we find our sleep.
Alright, I'm back. Oh my god.
We're in a pretty, so it's Wildborn Preserver, the Fireball on a leg.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay, they've forgotten a second color. Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, fine.
All right,
yep. Nice mythic.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. I cannot beat your deck. They even get to pump their Wildborn to 6. So I talked about this thing, Questing Beast specifically, being like one of the hardest things for us to answer in like life because of its can't be chump blocked text.
But we were like, oh well, you know, that's just some dumb mythic. Who's gonna have that? Well, you know.
Yeah. So right now I need to draw a land, preferably island, so I can play Unexplained Vision. The Moonlit Scavengers can trade with Questing Beast up front. Okay, you know what? That's not an island, so I don't get the Scry 3, but I do get the card draw. And at this point, we need that. So...
It's so completely wild that we have a deck with as many islands and mountains, and we keep drawing this way.
I know. All right, so this...
I thought Wildborn Preserver was just rare. Is it also?
It is, it's a rare, yes.
Okay.
No, this is a rare. So, what we can do... yeah, and I'm going to keep blocking Wildborn Preserver and keep making food. This is what we talked about, how we can try to stabilize this way.
This is great.
We have 9 life on the table, if we can get to mana. The hope is I can just go ahead and play Moonlit Scavengers, bounce Wildborn Preserver, block Questing Beast.
Okay.
I think that's kind of our play here, so... Problem is they get to just replay the Wildborn Preserver at unstep.
Oh, that thing has flash.
That thing is... Yeah, it killed one of my creatures as a combat trick to start this game off.
Gross. Okay. Still, I mean, we're not out of it yet.
If they have another creature, we are. Because if they can pump the Wildborn Preserver to make this our blocks bad and then Tempting Witch activation. If we can untap... If we can untap, I feel like we can be okay. We just need to get to that position where I can untap.
Yeah, like a cheap creature probably ranches this. Maybe they'll run out of gas.
How about the cheapest possible creature with the most relevant possible keyword?
Oh my god.
Literally the best possible card for them to play in this situation.
You know what? If I had to go out that way after I shit-talked Ginger Brute earlier,
yeah,
maybe that's okay.
So the way this works now is that they just have us dead. Like there's no block combination.
Yeah, it looks like they know it also.
Yeah. Because they have a Tempting Wish activation to make us lose life. If they let us untap, we win, but there's no way they would do that. Okay. Holy crap. Give me the food.
Yep.
Alright, I don't
Well
wanna...
done, opponent.
Yeah.
Drawing, like, exactly 1 swamp and 4 forests and all the rest of that crap.
Oh my god, I am just, like, blown away by... Again, Wildborn Preserver is a absolutely ridiculous card. The like, turn all of your creatures into Fireball. And, like, that's the way I describe it, but it's, like, the worst way to describe it because it leaves out the, like, 6 different problems with it. Where, like, oh, it also is a permanent, it's also, like...
By the way, it has reach.
Yeah, like... Alright, I'm gonna keep this... Probably gonna put that Sanctuary down on 1.
Sure. I mean, we kind of want to opt later.
Yeah.
Right? Opt as late as possible.
Asperia. It's like an alright...
It's a Tails game,
yeah,
right?
It's like an alright Tails game.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so...
Oh no, our eyes.
Yeah. Probably just... I don't care about that 1/1 because we, like, the moment we get online, the thing's an irrelevant body, right? Like... like, what's a 1-mana 1/1 flyer?
It's gotta specifically mill our...
3 times.
our 3 improbable alliances.
Step 1.
Oh my god. Shut up.
Alright, I'm gonna play...
Do we play Tome Raider next because of that? it feels crappy that.
Sure. Okay, opportunistic dragon. Hi, how you doing? We have the egg. We can actually play that.
Oh, sweet. I'm like, I'd block if it's over one. They spent a card on Eye Collector, okay? Like,
yeah. There's some green.
having a green and a think.
Yep.
What are we thinking of?
Filtering to a different mana with the Rose Thorn Acolyte to make triple black. Ah, Hengewalk. Sure.
Okay, that's decently clever, I guess.
I guess I'm gonna play the Servant. Other player would be play the egg so that I could play the dragon next turn.
Are we planning on blocking with the servant?
Probably not.
Then we can play the egg.
Okay, and then I can get down the first mountain. Pass it. We can also steal the artifact with the dragon. So.
Oh yeah.
Hengewalk is theftable.
And since it's a creature, we could possibly throw it in the oven.
Yes.
Hey. Now I'm happier about having played the egg. I wasn't even thinking of that.
All right, so
I was sitting here hoping they would play a human.
All right, I'm gonna opt end step. Maybe we can find that oven. Ooh, Charmed Sleep.
Probably want to keep that.
Yeah, that's a powerful enough card that I am well willing to keep it on top of my library. Yes. All right, Owl, which is active. I think I'm just gonna play Dragon though.
Yeah. Make their board look stupid.
What?
I think autopay was gonna do it.
No, it didn't. It turned my red into red.
Oh my god.
Autopay, are you this stupid?
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Dude.
Why would I ever... What the flying fuck?
It sees all the blue cards in your hand, and it's like, oh, we don't want to tap you out of blue.
Autopay, I feel like, has gotten worse with the release of Eldraine. I've had a lot of situations where
I think it has too.
Just Hi, Sir Conrad. Motherfucker. Okay. There's an improbable alliance.
Sir Conrad is one big human, isn't he?
Yeah, might just want to spend that Charmed Sleep.
And like, yeah, I guess we sort of worry about his extra ability, which he still has.
Yes.
But we're so far ahead on board that that probably won't matter. To just like, what, Alliance Sleep attack? Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, like I've been playing Golos.
Standard. Oh yeah.
And if I play Kenrith in there, which has like pile of activated abilities, let me tell you how often it will just tap all of my red when when I'm trying to cast Kenrith.
Yeah. To be fair, Golos has like 20 unique lands in it with different like land combinations and all.
Sure, but I'll have times where I'll play a oh goodness. What's the name of the card? I'll play like a Hydroid Crisis and try to leave up like 4 mana, and it'll tap all of my blue when I'm holding a Teferi, and it's like, oh really? Like, you need to tap all 3 of my blue for that? Like, okay, I guess.
Okay.
All right. I think this is play Clockwork Servant. probably crash. Like,
Yeah, we're not too keen to block, right?
yeah, because until we find our oven. All right, and I get to leave up a counterspell, which makes me feel better about the situation.
Yeah.
Next turn I can Tome Raider, another activation, etc. Conrad is a problem. They have 6 mana right now. 6 mana on a food.
I'm glad we stretched a little for Opportunistic Dragon. This thing has been incredible.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just even outside of Golos, it feels like the auto tapper's just been so much worse.
I like how they made this rare green creature.
Okay.
Oh.
So we've been asked a question.
If we dispute that, they pay, and then they get the Cauldron but can't activate it this turn.
Right. Do we want to keep... I think we need to keep the dragon, because, like, we actually have problems staying alive.
Every bit of stalling that we can do is good for us. So I think we do want to dispute it.
Is it really stretching with how many mountains we've... Look, that has...
I mean, I guess not. But...
Okay. So they get their Cauldron. They can activate Conrad or activate food.
Oh yeah, Rose Thorn Acolyte has an ability. How about that?
I really want to play Arcanist Owl and Tome Raider.
So you want to draw Island, then? That's what I'm hearing.
I think I'm going to take this kill here.
That's nice. Sure.
We take a little bit of damage from Conrad, but that gets that off the table. Alternatively, I could just block it with Clockwork Servant and not lose the flyer. Hold on. That might be better. Oh, God, getting that mana off the table, though.
Yeah, when they have, like, 2 mana sinks showing.
Yeah. I don't think they have Death Touch Trick. There's a lot of different moves they would have made there if they had the Death Touch Trick. Okay. Sweet. Land there is really great. Because I can go ahead and play Tome Raider and Arcanist Owl in the same turn. We can attack for 6, but our opponent is 6. And have, like, infinite power of flyers.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Again, Conrad's still an issue.
I mean, what they want to do is Cauldron away our dragon, get their Hengewalker back, but it won't be able to attack that turn.
Okay, Owl lifts.
Okay, sure.
It's a bit of a pickle. Conrad makes this a bit of a pickle.
I was actually going to say that the food they have makes it a bit of a pickle.
That also does too, yes. It's like we you know, they're on 6, but it's going to take us a couple turns to actually kill.
Yeah. If that's the case, do we throw some bodies in front of the wolf?
Problem there is, like, so say we throw the owl in front, we still take 2. You know, the wolf tramples and Conrad triggers. We can't throw a lot of bodies in front to try to kill because of the Cauldron. Maybe I want them to spend the Cauldron?
Huh.
Problem there, though, again, the follow-up is if I had an Owl, Tome Raider, block Fierce Witchstalker, it dies, we take 3, go to 6, they kill off our dragon, and then get Hengewalker back. I think that's still what we need to try to do. is force the Cauldron activation on something that isn't Opportunistic Dragon. Conrad sucks. Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Well, if I hadn't made a block like that,
we would have absolutely died.
So they use their food. We're at 2. Conrad activation, try to kill us. That's 1 hit. Conrad activation, try to kill us and lose if it fails. Oh no, just kill spell. That's guaranteed.
Wow.
Yeah, Conrad, we like...
Ugh, squeezed out. Look at that.
That was dangerous from them. I actually disagree with the Conrad activation there. I don't know why you would drop the Cauldron, because if that Conrad activation had missed, they lose. Like, not like, oh, like, maybe... no, they lose on board, like...
Man, oh man.
That is the type... again, the Witch Stalker and Conrad, I think, are the cards that most actively make us just lose the game, though, right? Like, we... we kind of know that's our elemental weakness. Okay.
Yeah, it's true, it's true.
Well...
I mean, we still kind of like this hand, right?
Yeah, I'm just considering what I want to do with it. I actually don't think I play the Mystic Sanctuary first.
We can get up to Tome Raider without.
Yeah.
So, sure.
And I actually do want to use one of these ops, try to find us, find an improbable alliance earlier. Do I want Witch's Oven?
White deck, nah.
Like, I think it's more important to find the first alliance.
Yeah, that's what we're always digging for. So let's dig. Okay. Man, what a different game that would have been. Come to think, if they hadn't milled our improbable alliance improbably on just on the top.
Improbably milled it. Okay, Silverframe Squire. That has 1 toughness. Continuing to I actually am going to keep that island. I want that for Arcanist Owl and the such. Oh, well...
Owl, Paladin, whatever.
Sure.
Did you draw another island?
Yes, I drew another island, and then I drew... well, there's a Improbable Alliance. After we've spent 2 ops, and...
Fine. Again, our deck is full of this stuff, so...
Sweet. Let's just go ahead and play out, like...
Play the owl? I mean...
Yeah.
It was true, we can get opt back at some point. I really think that playing the owls want to do this.
Alright, so Charm Sleep, Improbable Alliance, so tiny.
How do we have this much choice? And it's Improbable Alliance.
Want more of those?
Okay, maybe it's Charm Sleep, right?
Because we don't have anything like that in our current hand.
It's true. But like the second Improbable Alliance makes everything so good.
I know. I'm gonna go with
and everything goes on the bottom if we do this.
Well, there's a
you were responsible.
There's a 4/3 minutes. I'm probably just gonna put that thing to sleep and play a Improbable Alliance. Mostly because that's actually a hard thing for us to chump block.
It's true. Can't just stick a fairy in front of it.
Alright, go ahead and play your dumb... Oh, Epic Downfall? Sure. That card is already a 2-for-1. I don't care.
Removal? We don't... Yeah, no. We don't care about removal from our opponents. We would frankly prefer it.
Okay. So, Mystic Sanctuary, put an opt on top of our library.
Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Check this out, kids. Gonna do that, and then Golden Egg this turn, and then opt twice on our opponent's turn.
I'm thinking I actually want to play the Paladin, but
Okay, fine.
I know.
But you get...
But we still get to have the double opt.
we get to have the surprise, guys. That's the important part.
Yeah. And then we get our 1/1. Hello, Bitter Blossom's a cool card, I've heard. Three, 6 on the ground.
I suppose in the abstract, it's still better to opt on our own turn.
Yeah, heck, do I just like Improbable Alliance activation?
Yeah, maybe that's better. I think because we don't have anything to do with our mana this turn, we should, yeah.
Okay, and then I can like play this Scalding Cauldron. It's draw 2 on any turn, but it's easier on your own because you already drew during your draw step.
Right.
When you draw your second card each turn.
Okay, you put that in your deck.
God. What's up, Clockwork Servant?
Sweet.
And our opponent leaves. Ah, sweet.
That's a little premature, I think, but okay.
This deck's so fun.
I love it, man.
Like, did you know playing Bitter Blossom Unlimited is like strong?
Just lean into that
Yeah.
improbable alliance.
Did you know playing 3 Bitter Blossoms Unlimited is strong? All right.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have the red in this hand for the first time, but the hand still looks fine. Tomb Raider Dispute. This is the first time where we're actually seeing not having red.
I mean, we've been good at drawing it in the past.
Yeah.
So look at this like a mold of 6, right? We would just put the dragon back.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna play Sanctuary on 1.
Don't tell me that the next 5 cards will be mountains. That makes me sad.
Alright, so Beloved Princess is kind of, we can chump block that with, you know, Tome Raiders. So let's put a Tome Raider down to chump block it.
Yeah,
Not chump, but, you know. Hey, alright. Mountain. Mountain has arrived.
Sweet. And now egg is on top, so we just like mountain alliance egg.
Yep. Lost Legion, Scry 2.
See, that's actually a decent card. It's got this body.
2 top. Wow, Legion's so tiny. I'm still gonna play the Alliance here.
Sounds good to me.
Get that
so
down.
tiny they're Lost Legion.
Probably. Hey, they played an egg. All right.
We haven't noted it yet, but they played Castle Lochthwain, which, by the way,
Yeah.
is quite powerful.
They are at
Draw engine on a land.
They are at 22.
You mean the princess does have lifelink?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of text on that card.
All right. So the worst part is I actually believe I'm going to be passing next. Wow, they forever younged. Oh, God. So I wanted to pass to leave up Mystical Dispute, but...
They're not going to play anything we want to Mystical Dispute. They just pulled back a princess for God's sake.
So I would have if they didn't do the Forever Young, right? Because, like,
Yeah,
the Forever
yeah,
Young
yeah.
tells me they're going to play for the princess for no reason. The problem is 5 is the biggest turn for our opponent, because they can play both Conrad and they can play I forget its name.
Well, it's dangerous. It's 5 mana and it's dangerous.
5
right?
mana, 4/4 first strike, pump your team on attack. Anyway, let's play egg. Let's draw no land. Let's keep up the counter. Okay, well, let's not do that.
Good.
But I get to play Scalding Cauldron anyway. So.
Nice, they say.
Alright. Now, do they actually have... If they do have that line, I can Opportunistic Dragon to steal Conrad.
That would be great.
Screw that noise.
I don't want to have to steal a princess, but if that's how it all shakes out, then...
Right. Okay, so there's the princess, which just don't care about. They're going to use the egg to adamant out, like... Oh no, Malevolent Noble. Oh boy, that's a sack outlet. That's a human sack outlet that says another.
Sweet.
I think I found what I want, an Opportunistic Dragon.
Yeah, target acquired here.
Alright, give me that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we might eventually find something to cook him in, but
Yep.
just putting him on our side of the table will be fine for now.
Yep.
Didn't want to chip in for one?
Son of a bitch.
Holy shit. Well,
Okay, I don't know why you attacked with Lost Legion, but...
yeah, that's just free, so thank you.
Yeah.
I guess we do get to feel bad about pulling our counterspell down, but geez, how...
Well, here's the thing. I can kill anything else they play from here on in. Like, you know, this can make a 2/2 knight, but I've got 5 in the air. I can kill the Beloved Princess. I'm going to leave up the counterspell now, I think. Well, or do I just play Unexplained Vision and just go to damn town on this? I don't...
Let's do that second thing. I like going to town. I think our thing is better than their thing.
Ooh, like Opt. I actually like this entire setup here. Moonlit Scavengers gets better because they're a token generator. Yeah.
Does Scavenger do creature or
Creature.
anything? Oh, okay.
But we can bounce the tokens that get made by it.
That feels great.
One thing that they have that's actually quite dangerous is, now, as we mentioned, Castle Lochthwain. When they have lifelink on the table and are empty-handed. Pretty easy choice, right? Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's what they made chump blockers for.
Deathless Knight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play a second Improbable Alliance. Then I'm just gonna opt.
Yeah, get ahead on chump blockers. I love it. Dispute is looking a little ragged here. However, anything that we would greatly want to counter, we probably still will be able to. Hey, we might eventually, like, scald something.
Yeah, Scalding the Knight might be fine. They have Lochthwain activation and Circle activation in the same turn here.
I think we can only scald the knight if we double block the princess.
Yeah.
Because it comes right back for life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for doing that.
Okay, so we double block the princess and probably just single block the knight.
Yep.
And the dragon keeps our forward progress going.
Hell yes.
Our opponent, look at the engine our opponent has assembled, though. They're, we both have some strong engines. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Deathless Knight here.
Yeah.
Okay, could bounce their knight, but I also just like continuous activations of Improbable Alliance are probably the way we win this, so...
Yeah, let's keep that up. So, Servant, leave up counterspell?
Yeah, Servant, leave up counterspell.
Okay.
Oh, wow, it's leave up a real counterspell. It didn't say please.
Hey, sweet.
Now that's a lot
Glad we
better.
drew that. Wow. Oof. Didn't have to be embarrassed.
Yeah, now we have a real counter up, and we can, like, Tome Raider next turn for activations.
And not only that, but an extra 3 life in the pocket for
right.
possibly eating the egg.
Witch's Cottage, putting thing on top, putting the princess on top of your... What is this?
Yeah, they're putting the princess on top because it has lifelink,
Oh,
and they think they have time to, like...
Get the Deathless Knight back, and that... Well, they can draw it and play it right now. Right? Castle Lockflame.
True. Oh my god,
Please,
are we
actually-
going to counter a princess?
You didn't say please.
Well, excuse me.
And then they activate the circle, sure. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... kill off your token.
I like that we get to leave material behind.
Oh my god, I can Mystic Sanctuary to pick up didn't say please. And then Tome Raider to draw it.
That would probably draw a concession. Let's do that.
So it didn't say please on top of the library, take action. And Tome Raider to draw a card.
Tomb Raider, draw a card.
And then make 2 1/1s.
The card we draw is a counter spell. Do you still want to play?
Like, again, I'm impressed because our opponent has just, I think, equivalent strength engines, right? Like, they're not flyers, though, is
Yeah,
the problem.
on one card.
Right.
Surplus, stupid loyalty. Well, I mean, and a rare land that just draws extra cards.
Alright, so they lose 2 life to draw a card, which is the cheat. I would pay that every day. And then we have didn't say please. So if they do anything that would kill my opportunistic dragon or flyers, we counter it. Otherwise, I don't care. Reeve Soul to kill a 1-mana. Alright, that resolves. Yup.
Yep. You can definitely have that.
That can't kill the dragon because it's 3 power or less.
Yeah, they have a bigger kill spell in the set for the big ones.
Yep.
Man, mythic artifact. Good game, Train Dubs. I will take that 3. Well, actually, no.
No, I'm gonna kill that 3 because what I'm going to do is bounce their blocker.
Want to eat the egg? Oh,
Yes.
well.
Yeah, we can eat the egg.
You can eat the egg.
Egg. Egg eaten. Attack made. Opponent destroyed. Looking to cast off. Yeah, that's literally the only thing they could top deck that would get them out of this, and even then, like, cast off happens and we counterspell it? What? Like, cast off being the giant of Wrath.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. When I first read Opportunistic Dragon, I was not thinking of it as Necrotol.
Yeah, it's a 4/3 flyer Necrotol. Like, so the best comparison actually to it is Dungeon Geists.
Yeah.
Except for it moves control, so we can do some shenanigans, right? So, but I think Dungeon Geist is the. Ooh. Well, Witch's Oven, Tome Raider, and a couple pieces of interaction. Yeah.
That ain't bad.
Like, we don't have the card, but, you know, we have a lot of time here.
Yeah, considering So Tiny and Charm Sleep are not things that Mystic Sanctuary can pull back, I think we lead with that.
Yeah, that sounds good. And if we draw into Alliance right away, I can just play it. If not, I'm gonna keep playing Islands, because we do have cards that want us to be on triple island on turn 3 if we draw into like that clockwork.
Yeah.
Okay, blue-black.
Or quadruple island on turn 4, like the owl. Like
Yeah.
we could.
I'm just gonna Tome Raid.
Did you know that Cloudkin Servant or whatever it is a card? Makes us feel a little bad for this, but
Okay, well, there's something that probably just gets tiny. Not a real problem. I'm feeling Opt here.
it's probably fine.
Two top.
But yeah, they're serving their first purpose of getting us to the Improbable Alliance and other things.
There's the Improbable Alliance. Wrong order, but you know. I accept the card existing for us, right? Like,
yeah. It's pretty troublesome to interact with this opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, troublesome to interact with in general, right? Like, what do you do about a 2-mana enchantment that just sits there?
Memory theft.
So they're going to take our Charm Sleep, which we don't care about because we're going to So Tiny and respond.
Yeah, let's just... And then we lose our Charm Sleep, and we're empty-handed, but, like, Improbable Alliance is on the table, and we draw our draw 3 off the top or some junk. Like, the draw 3 off the top would be the
Yeah, that would be the best. Or it's another Tome Raider, or an Opt, or
another Alliance. We have...
Or heck, even a Mystic Sanctuary would be okay.
Yeah. Island, which, whatever. More land is getting us to the activation on Alliance next turn, and we can filter it away. Like, it's not a problem to draw a bunch of land.
Yeah, like, lands are good, non-lands are good. That's a good situation to be in.
Yes.
The Broom.
The Broom.
Can they out-token us? I kind of doubt it, but, you know.
Oh, Clockwork Servant right off the top here. Let's
sweet.
Draw some cards. Okay, next turn we have a Paladin to play.
Neat. Might want to hold on to her land also.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 6 is somehow the perfect number of lands, right?
Yeah. I think I want 1 extra so that we can play Ops or whatever, but 6 is all we ever need. Like, as long as we can activate Alliance, like, sooner or later that Bitter Blossom will get there.
6 is also, like, Tome Raider plus our counter spells.
Yeah.
Alright. Now is when they start slamming improbable haymakers, right? No, it isn't. Okay.
No. Alright, I'm going to... I'll play the Paladin leading, right? Like...
Oh, to suck up their possible counterspell?
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go combat first.
Yeah.
And we only attack for 2 flying. Okay, that didn't eat anything. So now we have Vantress Paladin. That didn't eat anything. I'm gonna go ahead and play our Improbable Alliance. And then they're gonna flash in Lochthwain Serpent.
They didn't actually do that other part, did they?
Let's find out what they do at end step. They flashed in Lochmere and Serpent.
God damn it.
What, like, they left 6 up. It was like 100%, right? Like...
It's a rare. You can't... Oh, okay.
God damn it. I was joking, but... So the thing is here, the Lochmere Serpent can become, like, unblockable for 3-turn clock. It activates the broom. Yeah. We're gonna need to start gaining life and dealing lethal damage as quick as possible. Like... This card sucks. This card is so unbeatable.
Yeah, and the only answer in our deck is in our grave, right?
Yeah. Or the so tiny to try to... Okay. Mystic Sanctuary to put Memory Theft on top of their deck? I don't care. like, our hand is garbage, but like the only cards that matter are literally on the table right now. Alright, here's the first unblockable 7. God, this is gonna suck.
I mean, lost to a dumb rare is a classic story.
It's true. Let's see if we can get them to lose to a dumb uncommon.
Yeah.
Want to draw Opt. I want to draw something that lets me trigger Improbable Alliance for not 6 so I can use the oven more. Okay, then this does trigger the broom.
I mean, considering how much I have to pay for that, I'm not super...
Okay. Okay, we got a counter spell out of this, but I think we just have to activate the Improbable Alliance. I think there's no point in
Yeah.
doing anything but. Okay. Could discard the counter spell?
Oh, so when they waste their mana...
For their...
Yeah. No, that's good. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's all that's happening anyway. May as well get it out of the way now.
Okay, combat. Let's get in with everything. Try to get as much damage as we can as quick as possible on this opponent. And they're gonna... Yep. They're gonna make chump blocks knowing that this is a race. So I'm probably gonna have to eat a fairy on my turn. Yep, sack island. There's the brooms. I don't care that much about the brooms.
Yeah, that part isn't that bad. I just remembered we have the big old bounce boys. That would be pretty good when they're sacking their lands.
True, if we can get to that point, that might be enough.
Yeah. Yet another way to stall.
Okay, so here's 7. And they're gonna play memory. Oh, fuck. There's a short list of cards we can't beat.
Wow, that's probably game over. That just turns off our entire deck, right?
Yeah, we can't attack into Revenge of Ravens ever.
When ones do not profitably attack into that. Even our 3/3 is a little suspicious.
I mean, we have to probably attack with the 3/3 if we're gonna win, is how we do it. Yikes.
Islands A. You might be tempted to draw spells, but do not give in to that temptation.
Okay, I'm going to attack for 3. This will bring us to 5. I can food up to 8, and I have enough blockers to not care about anything but Lochmere Serpent. And again, we need to, like, the Vantress Paladin and, like, the Owls are now the way we win. We have the, like, now we can use the Witch's Oven to try to gain us enough life to try to, like, stabilize, right? Like, that's all we can do at this point.
The oven.
Yeah, the oven.
Oh, man. I didn't want to be in this position, but, it's,
We did talk about it being a possible position.
doing our best. And you know, cleverly enough, thanks to that discard spell, there was no way we could hold on to Charmed Sleep for long enough.
Right. Okay, I'm going to keep doing the Lochmere Serpent unblockability, which is just, you know, what you do. They can do that, like, 3 more times, or 2 more times before they're out. If we can draw a bounce, that'd be good enough.
Yeah, thankfully they can't really go geometric on their brooms because they don't have enough mana for it.
Right.
I honestly didn't think that that would have any activations this game whatsoever, but, you know.
Okay, we go to 1. Problem is, that attack actually might have been incorrect. Mystic Sanctuary, put Opt on top of our library. A little too late. What could Opt find?
Nothing really, right? I mean, we would have to, we would still have to activate
Improbable
the
Alliance.
Improbable Alliance in order to do that. So that's just the same as activating Improbable Alliance anyway.
Right. With
Which,
like... Hey, Dragon, how you doing?
it's cute.
Could steal their broom.
Yeah, not tonight, I think. That looks like game over.
Yeah.
Which, I mean... Combination Lochmere Serpent, Revenge of Ravens.
I feel like we actually could have won outside of that Revenge of Ravens because of how
Right?
it, like our attacks would have been like...
Like, look at how many creatures we have that they just can't do anything about.
And I could be using the food to continue to try to buy us a little bit more time. Alright, there's only one way this ends.
Attacking all out to get, like, a bunch of Revenge of Ravens triggers?
Absolutely.
Hell yes. So,
Alright.
lesson learned: play dumb rares. Get those crazy rares and just.
Try them out.
We really need to stop putting those in our opponent's hands, man. Like,
I know I shouldn't have said Lochthwain Serpent there, but like my opponent, they passed on 6. You know,
they did pass.
What else are they doing?
They had a bunch of cards in hand.
It's like 5 cards in, I'll pass on 6. It's like, oh, like, I've played Magic enough. Like, all right.
Yeah, I'm happy about our dumb deck.
Absolutely. I'm happy about the oven in the deck. That was actually doing a lot of work.
There were times when I'm like, oh man, this just didn't do anything we want. And then other times where it's like, this is literally the only path to survival we have.
goodness. All right. No, I think that's actually good. That went long enough. That went just long enough I want. I might do some more of these, another one of these, like, tomorrow, and Tuesday's definitely going to be some more of these, so I don't want to oversaturate. So,
all right, sweet.
keep them split, keep them, you know, nice and cool. So I think that's just the one. Thank you, Kaz, for jumping in on this. It's been a while, and I like having you around on these. We wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
This led to a great improbable alliance between. what a ridiculous.
The steadfast dwarf leading the charge, and a tiny fairy in a cage giving commentary over the whole thing.
Shit. All right. Well, thank you, Kaz. Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all had fun with this. Again, as I mentioned, we'll be doing more of these throughout the early in the week. Tomorrow and Tuesday, most likely. So, yeah, look out for that. If you want to see when those do go live, you can always follow. Get notified when things go live, or you can subscribe to the Cool Skull, Cool Slime. But just being here is a good time, too. So, anyway, thank you all for joining. Good night, everybody.